Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and a Midrank Madness for your Friday, and my mouse is going crazy. Top left-hand corner, we're going to have the Red Terran player KillingJoke, which is the name of a Batman comic strip. Comic book. And the top right-hand corner, we have the blue Protoss player, Fabroskii, which feels like a character from an 80s movie. Alright, so this is Midrank Madness here on year 0. Look at Amon. Look at Amon lurking in the shadows. Midrank Madness is an every other Friday thing. It's just basically platinum and diamond level replays sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of Midrank Madness. They are all sent to my screener, Dawn, and others, and the best ones are chosen and sent back to me, and I cast them. So, if you want to get cast by Falcon Paladin, and you are Platinum or Diamond, send your best replay, your very, very, very best replay, the one you're most proud of, to falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of Midrank Madness. If it doesn't say Midrank Madness in the subject, I'm not going to see it. Clear? Clear. Alright, so SCV scouting here is the KillingJoke, which is very, very good indeed. Not walling off is Fabroskii, which is a very generally a good idea, because if you wall off versus Terran, Marines and Marauders will tear down your wall from down here, and it's very, very sad. Alright, you're going to go Reaper here, KillingJoke. Reapers are very hard to keep alive in TVP, even for professional players. Yep, okay, here we go. This Reaper's name is the Mare Reaper, an endlessly jolly man. The Mare Reaper loves Christmas so much that he hates seeing workers toiling thanklessly away, unable to celebrate it because they're too busy mining minerals and gas. So much that when he sees them, he can't help but want to release them from their unmerry little lives and drop off some explosive presents while he's at it. He's eager to go on another sleigh ride. Ah ha 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 ha. That feels like the Crypt Keeper read that one. Or wrote that one. I guess wrote and read that one. It was a combined effort. So both players are going for their command centers and their nexuses here. 1 Rex, 1 Gate Expand. Really nothing too crazy at all. Cybercore is going to finish for the Protoss player. We'll see what happens after that. And Reaper, friend, the Mare Reaper, is going to try to get some kills, but there's already a Stalker on the way from Fabroskii. The Reaper was a little bit delayed, right? You'll notice that. Just little bits of delay can cause major problems. Reapers have tiny windows as it is to get stuff done. If you don't make it for a few seconds, if you pause it at the Zelnaga Watchtower for a few seconds, you're going to show up. There's going to be a Stalker already there, and you're not going to do anything. So the Mare Reaper, I apologize, but unless you're ready to flee, unless you're ready to just get the heck on out of there, as soon as you start taking shots, you're going to die. And here he comes, coming right on in, and he's going to go for the scout. Stalker does not react to this at all, because this is Midrank Madness. Reaction time's not the best. Dude, is the Mare Reaper going to get a kill? Oh, it does get a kill. Finally, Stalker's like, hey, my probes are under attack. You get back here. Well, bam. Look at how far their range is on a Stalker and how fast it is with its 4 legs as it runs. Reaper actually manages to get in, get a kill, and get out. That is some impressive Mare Reaper stuff here in Midrank Madness. Good job by you. Now, it's going to be bio, I have to assume. Yep, there's our first tank. Wow, tank first from KillingJoke into Starport. Maybe he'll make some Marines. Who knows? Well, it's going to go Tech Lab first, I guess Marauders. Dude, a Marauder tank push would be pretty good against Fabroskii here. I really think so. Robotics Facility getting warped in, so perhaps some Immortals, which would be beautiful against this tank play. And the Marauders, too, actually. So maybe some Immortals are the answer to deal with this very interesting, possibly Marauder tank push. Maybe some Banshee support here, too. KillingJoke is going 1-1-1. With the expansion behind it, and I kind of really like it. He's got double gas, so he can afford to do all this different stuff. A tank setup unsupported. See, the problem with this tank being set up is that a Stalker can wander in here, get inside the minimum attack range, and then kill it pretty easily, actually. However, Fabroskii seems more intent on defending against the Reaper than anything else. He's getting up that robotics bay, as I mentioned previously, getting a pylon, getting a gateway, spending his money pretty well here, too. Both players are currently making 2 workers at a time, so that's always nice to see. Although it is 27 to 34 workers, Fabroskii has the lead because Chrono Boost is amazing. Although Mules are really good for Terran too, and as a result, the income here is actually higher for the Terran player because go figure. Because Mules. Oh my goodness gracious, that's a very fast robotics bay. Fabroskii going for the robotics bay. I don't know if it's going to be Disruptor. Disruptor seems like a poor idea for this level of StarCraft. Takes a lot of control, but maybe he's working on it. Maybe he's been practicing, and he feels really comfortable. But first, it's an Immortal, which I really enjoy seeing. That first Immortal popping out here at the 5-minute mark. As a Zerg player, I wish I could get an Ultralisk out in 5 minutes, but Tier 3 for Zerg is a lot different from Tier 3 for Protoss. Just have to overwhelm them at this stage of the game. Banshee in production for KillingJoke. 2 and a 3rd command center in production. Where is that guy? Ah, here it is. Wants to land it over here, I have to assume, for that 3rd base. All right, man. 2 tanks, 3 tanks, 2 Marines, and a Banshee. I like this from KillingJoke a lot. Let's see what he can do. Immortal on the high ground, some Zealots up there too, an Adept in the mix. There is an Observer. What's he making? And another Immortal. Robotics Bay is up, but he's still making Immortals, which you don't need the Bay for that, as it turns out. The Banshee comes back. You guys are so slow. Come on. Keep up. I'm very zippy here. And holding this on like a watchtower over here is Mare Reaper. Is he going to come too? Mare Reaper is going to come along as well. Another Banshee, more Marines. This looks pretty scary. Army supply 20 to 27 in favor of the Terran player. He's up big time. Are there any force fields available? I don't think there are. This looks really dangerous. Bam. No 3rd base for you either. Probe gets sniped down. Here come the tanks setting up in that siege mode. Here come the Zealots. Here come the Marines. Here come the Banshees. You got to focus down the Zealot, man. Oh, the tanks are getting absolutely focus fired by these Immortals. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Stalker's fighting. Observer is present somewhere. Where is that Observer? Because they're fighting. There it is. It's right next to the Banshee. Really doing that as well as it can here. However, oh, there we go. So Banshees are actually doing great here because all the Stalkers are gone. Zealots wrecking what's left on the ground, though. Observer gets focused down. Cloaked Banshee is currently present. Another Observer comes in. Great job making another Observer. Preparing for Cloaked Banshee stuff. Are you warping in? Yes, warping in some Stalkers. Banshee recognizes what that is. Gonna have to get on out. Actually, too worried about killing the Zealot there. Actually, good control to get on out of there. Those Marines, bad control. Not getting out of there at all. And yeah, heading on back home. Heading back home. Banshee heading on back home to Army Supply 23 to 18. Now, Fabroskii has the lead. He's got his Colossus, which seems like a pretty good choice, considering the fact that I don't think there are any Vikings at all from KillingJoke. No, and really a tank. 2 tanks with another tank on the way. So tanks are a pretty decent answer to Colossus. They can hit from range. They do bonus damage versus armored, which Colossus are, and can really shut down any Colossus push, assuming you have enough of them. But we're sticking with Colossus, man. Are we getting extended thermal lance? We are not getting extended thermal lance. If you're going to make this many Colossus, please, please, for all that is lovely and great in StarCraft, get extended thermal lance for your Colossus. You'll be so happy. So much happier if you do, I promise. 3rd base here for KillingJoke. I never noticed the radar dish is different on this war chest version of the Orbital Command. Look how cool that is. That is so neat. I like it a lot. I like the updates. Taking the 3rd base down here. Fabroskii trying to hide from KillingJoke. I'm down. Another Robotics Bay coming in. Fabroskii's also making a Templar Archives. He's working on 47 workers on 2 bases, which means he can do a transfer down to that 3rd starting soon and really get that income coming in. KillingJoke really doesn't want to expand at this stage. He's worried about a counterattack, but now he's got 3 tanks up. Got Marines, got Marauders, got a couple Banshees. He really does like having these Banshees. These Marauders, too, a pretty good answer, actually, to Colossus. So I don't know if these Colossus are going to do very well, is what I am trying to say. We've got the tanks. We have the Marauders. The Colossus are great if it's a, you know, well, actually not that great. The Banshees are pretty good, too, against them. If it's a Marine-heavy composition, Colossus are amazing, but otherwise, it seems a little bit problematic. Boom. Mortals just pretty much being constantly, actually, never mind, Observers on the way here. Another Immortal, though, so basically double pumping Immortals, not getting extended thermal lance for the 3 Colossus that are on the field. Can he afford it? He can afford that upgrade. Just do it, man. Just do it. Also, you really should transfer some of these guys down. You're really oversaturating your main base and your natural base here. Transferring down to the 3rd would really help your income even out. It'd be fantastic. KillingJoke, on the other hand, is sitting on 40 workers on 2 bases, which is a little bit better. Still has not fully saturated his natural. His macro is looking pretty good, though. Pretty good. Marines, Marauders, tanks, Banshees, Army Supply. It's 56 to 66, so there are still more Protoss army units on the ground here than the Terran, but that's just fine. Probes transferring down to the 3rd. Loving to see that. Any more tech? Are we just making Immortals and Observers all the livelong day? I like having multiple Observers just because the Banshees are going to be a threat. I do. I like it a lot. What did you just scan? Ah, I just scanned to see if there's a 3rd base there, but guess what? Sneaky Ninja. Sneaky Ninja for Fabroskii. So KillingJoke says, all right, so there's no 3rd base from the Protoss. I'm going to go ahead and push out and see if I can take him down. Maybe he's trying to stop that 3rd base from going down. Where's he scanning now?
Ready for dust off.
I don't know where he's scanning now. Ready for dust off Banshees. Is he just making Banshees? Oh, finally! Extended thermal lance and storm coming in for Fabroskii. That's fantastic. I like to see it. All right. So, interesting battle coming up. Tanks, Marines, Marauders, Banshees versus the Colossus with the big damage dealers. Immortals 2. Zealots do not have... They do have charge. That's really useful. Warping and additional Zealots are going to be really, really good here. Terran players, especially at lower levels, struggle mightily dealing with Zealots, especially charge lots. Which, if you're going to make any number of Zealots, give them charge. Banshee is trying to sneak on in here, get something done. Yeah, and here it is, charging right on in. Good kiting, actually. Good kiting. Fabroskii decides not to go and chase the kiting Terran player, which is pretty intelligent, too. And KillingJoke setting up just outside this natural base. He thinks he's got Fabroskii contained on 2 bases, while his 3rd base is coming up. That is not the case. He is incorrect about this. Yeah, I don't know if you want to go in there. There's detection and there are stalkers, and that's real bad. Real bad for these cloaked Banshees. Any upgrades at all? Well, +1 attack is almost done for the ground units for Fabroskii. Man, these Banshees really finding some good angles to get some damage done here. I mean, shields will regenerate, so it's not that great. Oh, okay, never mind. 1 Banshee out. Another Banshee trying to get focused down. Is it? We're going for it, man. Extended thermal lance kicks in just during mid-battle here. The tanks are firing on all of these Colossus. The Immortals are still alive, though, and crushing through these tank stalkers there, too. The Terran army is going to fall here, but they took a lot of the Protoss army with it. We're down to 27, 24 versus 19 army supply. KillingJoke still has the lead, but he is absolutely heading back home with those empty medevacs. Yeah, that was a bloodbath for everybody involved, really. Another base maybe for Fabroskii. Going to expand. Oh, he is expanding down here. He is hiding his expansions from KillingJoke pretty effectively. I like it. I like it a lot. 3rd base is going to be a planetary fortress in case there's some kind of a zealot counterattack. Marines, Marauders coming back so they can't scantipedes. Telling them their tale of woe as they were getting absolutely destroyed during that last battle. Did not want to go in at all. Is that Warp Prism speed? I think that's Warp Prism speed. I get that one mixed up with Observer speed. Oh, actually, that's Observer speed. Look how zippy it is. It's got jet engines, man. Those guys are so fast when they have that speed upgrade. Drop. KillingJoke says, perhaps a full attack at the front door is not going to work for me. I'm going to go ahead and go for a drop. There's literally nothing up here. No cannons, no shield batteries, no units ready to deal with this. This is a great idea by KillingJoke. You should do drops, man. Hey, Amon, you should do drops in TVP for sure. Here we go. Unloading on top of all of the stuff. You're actually going to take down a Forge. That's pretty good. Forge is warping in, so it doesn't cancel an upgrade. It does depower a couple things here, including a robotics facility and a Forge that is researching an upgrade. No, the Storm, though. The Storm dealing with that very effectively. Walking through the Storm a little bit there are some of the High Templar, but they're fine. They're totally fine. 4th base for Fabroskii. I love the upgrade pattern he's making now. The drop did some stuff. Repyloning this would be really good for Fabroskii. It'd be a priority of yours. Come on, man. Repylon. There it is. Okay, repylon. Maybe 2 pylons over here. I don't know. Right? I don't know. 123 to 124 supply. We're very even that way. Army supply is 76 to 69. Fabroskii has lost more overall in resources, 8,400 to 5,600. But I think he's up overall with the 4 bases that he's running on. And he's got 55 to 49 workers, which is great. More and more Colossus coming on in. Are we dealing with Colossus KillingJoke? I mean, a lot of Marauders. 20 Marauders and 25 Marines is a really Marauder-heavy composition, as it turns out. So Fabroskii pushing in. He sees the sensor towers. I love the use of sensor tower in lower levels. Really lets you know if anybody's pushing in on you and allowing you time to respond. It's what creep is. It's what creep is for Zerg. Creep is really good for Zerg. Sensor towers can be very good for Terran too. 4th base under construction along this left side. Army supply of 87 for Fabroskii. He's working on +2 attack. Does he have +1 armor? He does not. So upgrades definitely favoring KillingJoke here. 2-2 is done for KillingJoke. And +1 rather is only done for Fabroskii. That's something we saw in WCS Winter that we saw cast live there on the StarCraft channel, was that a Protoss player with 3-3, especially the 3 armor, is just going to be amazing against the Terran, even if the upgrades are fairly even. Tank down. Where's your Storm on these guys? Good kiting from KillingJoke. If you're not going to engage, go ahead. Oh, walk through the Storm. High Templar are getting focused down quite nicely, though. Are all the High Templar gone? I think all the High Templar are gone. That was amazing. He ate some Storms to do it, but all the High Templar are out. Can he take down this planetary fortress? Not without Immortals. You're not going to do it. He's trying to kill some of these SCVs, trying to blah them into non-existence. Zealot's getting on top there too, but actually flanking around the bottom side. Colossus down, everybody down. KillingJoke wrecks it and does end up saving the planetary fortress. It's on fire. It's almost dead, but it has 5 kills, and it is definitely alive here. That was fantastic. Great play by KillingJoke. He absorbed the storms basically so that he could snipe down the High Templar, and that helped him immensely. So he goes immediately for the counterattack. He's up 86 to 53 in army supply right now, which is huge. That is a huge advantage. The 2-2 is fantastic. +3 is actually done. I didn't realize that. Ghosts on the way from KillingJoke. Oh, here we go. Stalker's actually defending. Get that medevac. Oh, they weren't target firing the medevac. Everybody unloads here. And all the Stalkers die. And this time, these guys are mad. They got +3 attack. They are denying upgrades. They did deny an upgrade there on the Forge. Robotics Bay gets focused down. Nicely done. Templar Archives gets focused down. This feels really problematic for Fabroskii. I don't know if he can come back from this. He's losing gateways. He's losing so much production here. Gateways, tech structures, great storms, great Colossus. Going to force a pickup and a move out. Some of the medevacs don't make it home. Some of the guys on the ground don't make it home either. I don't know what that storm was. That was a bit of a whiff, but that's okay. That's what Midrank Madness is all about, is a bit of a whiff sometimes. Yeah, man. I mean, that was crushing. Losing all those gateways, losing that Vespene Geyser. There's only 50 gas remaining, so maybe not as bad. He also needs to replant. Yep, there we go. Templar Archives on the way. Robotics Bay 2. Nukes in production from KillingJoke on that Ghost Academy. He was making ghosts. I thought it was for EMP, but he's going for nukes. Feeling perhaps a little overconfident. I mean, he is up 74 to 49 army supply and 137 101 total supply, which is fantastic. Fabroskii is just not working on those upgrades. He's replacing his 2 forges. He's doing what he can to get there. I love the observer placement here. It is really giving him a gorgeous idea of what KillingJoke is up to, what his bases are, what his compositions are. It's really good stuff, but he's just not getting upgrades. He's not making units. He's got the 4 bases, but now the 4 bases are up too for KillingJoke. It's very even that way. Income definitely favoring KillingJoke. 3,000 minerals per minute to 1,500 from Fabroskii. That +2. No, wait, hold on. Yeah, that is +3 attack on the way, so that's good. I'd like to see some armor upgrades too from Fabroskii, but it might be too late for that. Did he scan this? He still doesn't know about these bases. He's just trying to be sneaky coming down here, but instead he accidentally flies by the entire army and there are no Stalkers to actually pick this off. KillingJoke is so lucky there were no Stalkers here. Is he going to unload? I don't know, man. I'd boost. Well, he's going to unload right here at this sneaky 3rd base. All right, man. I don't know if unloading here was the great choice. You knew the army was down here. Maybe you go attack the natural. Seems possible. He's losing a lot of stuff here. Army supply is still definitely favoring the Terran right now. Coming into the sneaky 5th base that Fabroskii is refusing to take the 3rd base locations that are intended to be taken on this map. That ghost needs to die. Why are you not killing this ghost? Nice EMP on the Immortal, though. Okay. All right. Oh, medevac flying and gets picked off by cannons. That's why you have some static defense, is to hopefully pick off some wounded medevacs and help deal with this stuff. That medevac is heading on home. I don't know how effective that was out of KillingJoke. He lost a lot of stuff there. Did some killing. Definitely killed some probes. Like, I'm not going to say he didn't do anything. He did some damage down here for sure. But only 11 workers have been killed by KillingJoke. 3 from Fabroskii in this game. Wow. 6 Immortals and 2 Archons and 4 Colossus have died. That's a lot of resources from Fabroskii. And 3 High Templar. Yikes. All right, Fabroskii, you are in trouble, my friend. Army supply actually catching up here. 95 to 96 army supply. Fabroskii is not as down as he used to be. He's got Stalkers. +3 attack is almost done. I'm not sure if he's chrono boosting it or not. He is not chrono boosting it at all. Coming on down, trying to save sneaky 4th base. Good Colossus number. EMP is getting tossed down here too. Where is the storm? There is the storm. Oh, the storm is beautiful. Oh my gosh, the storm is beautiful there. Everybody's going to die on the ground here. Fabroskii needed a good engagement. He's got it. He has the good engagement. That goes cloaks and gets the heck on out of there. Where are all of your observers? I feel like all of your observers need to be around here somewhere. That guy, he can throw down an EMP on some of these dudes, but continuing to push his KillingJoke. KillingJoke, or rather Fabroskii, cancels that 3rd base. He's going to nuke this base. He's going to nuke sneaky 3rd. of Fabroskiis still attacking on regardless. He's just disregarding the nuke warning entirely. He's going to lose some stuff here. Ghost, 18 kills. He kills 17 probes there. 26 workers killed. Planetary Fortress fighting hard. Where are your immortals, friend? I don't know that he has them. Is the problem. I can't see any here. Looks like it's basically all Colossus Stalkers. This Planetary Fortress refuses to die. The storm on the SCVs is really great, though. Wow, workers killed 19 now. The Planetary Fortress does end up going down. Some major battle scenes here. No, don't focus on the refinery. Deal with the army. Oh, my gosh. All right, well, High Templar down, Archon down, Colossus maybe down here, too. Can they actually... Wow, the +3 is amazing. All right, well, +3 is incredible, but... Colossus goes down, and if you can get a slow attack there to... Oh, I don't think he has... Oh, it's massive, though. It doesn't matter. It doesn't work against Colossus because they're massive. Concussive Shell does not apply, but they stopped running, so that works. 58 to 25 army supply right now. This game, you guys, nice EMP. Once again, tossed down by KillingJoke. Stalkers fighting, Zealots fighting in there, too, with their +3 attack. Doing pretty well against these Marauders. Wow, they clean it out. Ooh, medevac is picked off. Additional ones might die here too, depending on... Oh, he unloads the units to save the medevacs. How cold. How cold to play there from KillingJoke. So resources lost, 28,000 for Fabroskii, 25,000 for KillingJoke. It used to be higher. Well, there you go. Ow, another medevac goes down. Nice counter here from Fabroskii. So only on 3 bases. KillingJoke right now just lost his 4th base. Just lost his attempt at a 5th base. Meanwhile, Fabroskii has not lost a base yet. That's massive for him. Man, another big armies here from Fabroskii. Oh, and that's just too much. That is too much. This Archon's got 3 kills. I don't know if he's making it at home, man. Again, not affected by Concussive Shell, which is 1 saving grace here. The Stalkers are, which means they're the priority targets here. Dude, a storm on that ramp would be amazing. The Archon does end up going down. Charge Lot's chasing back. We're doing some good back and forth action in the bottom left-hand corner of the map here. I am loving it. I am loving what we're seeing right now. So Fabroskii way up, you guys. He's got the additional bases. Sure, there's more SCVs here. Well, similar SCVs for KillingJoke, but he's way oversaturated on this 4th. Super oversaturated on his natural. His income is not healthy at all. 1,700 to 700 in favor of Fabroskii right now. Fabroskii is spending his money pretty well. Both players are sitting around triple digits in available income for minerals, which is fantastic here. Fabroskii even expanded again during all of those shenanigans. He's sitting on 6 bases, which is really amazing for him, considering all the attacks that have come from KillingJoke in this game so far. I'd love to see him go for additional armor upgrades. Oh, check it out. Additional armor upgrades. Thanks, Fabroskii. Thanks for making my dreams come true. Aww. All right, man. That one nuke was gorgeous. We haven't seen another one since. Both players have lost about 20 workers. Nothing major from anybody there. The observers, I think, have really been a bit of the MVP of this match. They've really kept an eye on troop movements. They've kept an eye on what's going on over by his Planetary Fortress. Fabroskii knows where they're headed. He's going to go ahead and reinforce this base before they even arrive. He's got the Storm. He's got the +3 Zealots. Even if they had +1 armor, it'd be really good here. But army supply 75 to 53. I think Fabroskii has this, you guys. He's going to win this battle. The Charge Lot's doing bonus damage as they charge and hit. Refusing to die here. Great storms pulling back. KillingJoke microing to within an inch of his life right now. Can he do it against all of these Zealots? Yes, he can. Yes, he can, because these Zealots do not have armor upgrades. Ooh, that Archon. Bad place to morph, man. Bad place to merge there. More High Templar. Do they have more storms is the question. They don't have storms. This is a good time to come in. I don't know if he can see that, though. I don't know if he... He's worried, I think. He's worried about additional storms wrecking him. Colossus production, more from Fabroskii. He's got 2 robotics facilities here at his 4th base. 5th base, 6th base. Happily mining. So happy mining. 3rd base back for KillingJoke. So that income's going to start to skyrocket here. Dude, this has been really back and forth. Really seesaw up and down. For a minute, I thought KillingJoke had it for sure. Then I thought Fabroskii had it for sure. Now I think KillingJoke is starting to get back into the swing of things. What a beautiful mid-rank madness game. Thank you, Dawn, for screening all of them that came in and choosing this one for sure. You can also find out more about Dawn. There's a link in the description to his music page. He actually writes and performs the music for Into the Void and Midrank Madness that happen every Friday. Really great songs, too. If you've listened to them, you know what I'm talking about. But thank you, Mr. Campbell. He's also been on the podcast, The Falcon Paladin Hour, in case you were unaware of that one. Just search Falcon Paladin on your podcast app. You'll find me. Weekly podcast, too. Had Zombie Grub on there recently. Holy smokes. Zombie Grub, really? Neat. All right, well, Zealots charging on in against these rocks. Goodbye, rocks. You're no match for +3 Zealots hacking away with their Sai Blades. Army coming up to deal with it because of Sensor Tower. Sensor Tower says, there's stuff over here. It's leaving now. I don't like that. I don't like that it's leaving. KillingJoke has reestablished his 5th, you guys. I think Fabroskii kind of let him get back into this game. Army supply 97 to 87. +1 attack is done on, or armor is done on the Zealots. I'd like to see them get +2 and +3 as soon as they can. Because again, Terran player's been at 3-3 this whole time, it feels like. The whole game has been at 3-3. He started with 3-3. KillingJoke does not adequately defend this 5th base that he has. Unfortunately, it is going to die. As +3 Stalkers against buildings, it's just not a fair fight at all. Trying to come in from the backside. KillingJoke going for a sneak attack from the back, but nope, not sneaky at all. Widowmine in presence. Oh, that Storm, though, was so good. Oh my gosh, that Storm was so, so good there. Beautiful Storm. Fabroskii maybe coming in for Storm number 2. Scan sees what's up. Another great Storm. Actually kills a couple of units there. Widowmine's burrowing in. The Widowmines are to deal with the Zealots. Look at this one Zealot. Takes the Widowmine shot so that it's not able to fire again for a while. I like that play from Fabroskii. They don't have Drilling Claws either, so you can pick them off from distance. Another possible Widowmine shot. Beautiful. Fabroskii being very patient here, going for it. Is he trying to get into a good angle? He's trying to take down that refinery and slow down the gas. Actually, just trying to kill this base and keep KillingJoke away with storms. Oh, the humanity! Oh, the storms! It's the 101 to 20 army supply. I think that's it. I don't know how KillingJoke comes back from this. His income is approximately nil. He's got 1 mineral patch he's mining from. His army supply is down by 70 right now. Wow. Wow, Terran fans. I feel it. I feel your sadness and your anger at that battle. Because KillingJoke was in a fine position. And now he's done. KillingJoke had the upgrades. He had the Marauder composition that he needed to deal with this. That's the rage quit. Fabroski's your winner. He wants to stick around, and now he's out too. Okay, we got to go back and check the numbers on those storms. So they pull up here. It's 113 to 111 army supply. KillingJoke is up, you guys. So 111 to 107. 102 to 103, and then it just 23. 23. I mean, the lesson obviously here is don't eat storms, right? Dodge it, get out of it. He was doing that for the most part, but I think he felt like he couldn't afford to lose this base, and I think he might have been right. Man, that was brutal. That was brutal. Look at all the dead Terran on the ground there. Yeah, and the resources lost end up 35,000 for KillingJoke and 34,000 for Fabroskii. Fabroskii was up for the vast majority of that game in resources lost. Like, substantially, I want to say. But no, at the end of the game, those storms really turned the tide. Average APM 170 for KillingJoke and 71 for Fabroskii. I guess we could look at units lost if we wanted to as well. It's 139 Marines down, 87 Marauders, 12 Ghosts, 11 Tanks, 21 Medivacs. That's so many Medivacs to kill, and that's really important if you're going to be a Bio-Terran player. Fabroskii ended up losing how many High Templar? 22 High Templar, 5 Archons, 7 Immortals, 83 Zealots, but never lost a Nexus. That's a huge deal. That's a huge deal. 2 orbital commands and a planetary fortress went down for KillingJoke. Fabroskii didn't lose any of his Nexuses at all. 26 probes died, 31 SCVs died, and that was it. Economically, he was able to handle the hits better. At the end, he had the bigger army despite losing about the same. And that is how it happens. That's how the cookie crumbles, as they say. All right. Wow. Wow, what a game. What a good, like I said, a seesaw up and down, back and forth game. All right, well, that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and a Midrank Madness. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.
Before us, our honor guides us. Me with you, you with me. We are as one. Justice, our duty is unending. I feel your presence. We are as one. Sense of soul, the soul in search of the answers. May the gods watch over you. Kushala Adu. Ascension is before us. Our honor guides us. Me with you, you with me. We are as one. I sense a soul, a soul in search of the answers. May the gods watch over you. Kushala Adu. Search of the answers. May the gods watch over you. Kushala Adu. I sense a soul, search of the answers. May the gods watch over you. Kushala Adu. Kalarulas. Aramulas.